Hello, it's me, Sandy E. Also, aka Sandy K. Also, at one point from my soul to yours. And now Sandy E. Now there's Sandy E's out there all left and right, so maybe it's Sandy E. I don't know, it's just Sandy. Anyways, I was at Mark's, but I left early. Somebody made the mistake of saying that Trump was a good thing for this country. Police? Are you serious? Why don't you go back to Europe if you think that? So I left. I wasn't having any fun. Anyway, and it's not for me. It was their family, not me. I'm not really part of that family. It's the Atkins family. It's not my family. I don't have my family with me because of COVID. We were supposed to be at my son's house this Christmas, but COVID happened. And now we can't be together. And that idiot in Florida lied about the whole thing. And for anyone to say that it was a good thing, you're an idiot. I hate to say it, but you are. In my opinion, you're an idiot. Of course, that's my opinion. But hey, we're all entitled to our opinions. And the way I see it, if you come to this country from another freaking country and you think that somebody is trying to take over the country and that's a good thing, you need to get your butt out of this country. Period. And that's the way I feel about it. As far as I'm concerned, the whole state of Florida could wash into the ocean. I wouldn't even say bye-bye. Well, a couple people down there I think highly of. Jeannie Broderick one and Sarah Looper. About the only two people in Florida I'd ever even think twice about, unless it's Jeannie Broderick's band that she plays with. Other than that, the whole state of Florida could go and I wouldn't care. I think my nephew used to have a son live down there. I don't know if he still lives down there or not, but he never was part of my family. I mean, I love him because he's family, but I love a lot of my family. They're family, but I don't like them. I don't like the fact that they like to roam. I don't like that. But that's my opinion. I'm entitled. And they're entitled. So if I get around somebody and I just can't handle it, I just leave. And that's my prerogative. As my son would say, my journey. My journey has been far, traumatic, dramatic, pathetic, and at times horrible. But I've lived. I'm 71 years old. I'm getting gray now. As you can see, some of this up in here is gray, I think. It looks kind of greenish looking on this phone, but it's weird. The colors keep getting weirder and weirder. Some of it red, some of it gray, some of it something else. I don't know. Of course, I do bleed internally from time to time, so that might affect your hair color. I don't know if it does or not, but I do have that problem because I got shot. As in, bang, bang, you dead. Bet you ain't. What happened with that? Still here. 50 years later, I'm still here. Kind of wishing I wasn't sometimes. You know, really. But anyways, for everybody out there, happy Christmas Eve. And it ain't Christ's birthday, okay? We all know that for a fact. Scientific has been proven it is not Christ's birthday. So all those religious people who think it is, you haven't really studied your Bible. And you haven't really studied history. And you haven't really studied ecology, psychology, or any of that stuff. All you do is you read your little... You don't even read your freaking Bibles. You don't. You go to church, you listen to what the preacher says, and that's stupid. If you really want to know what God wants you from you, you have to dig. And you have to talk to God your own self. You ain't leaving it up to the preachers or the priests or to whoever. That's a journey for you and God. Only you and only God. And if you don't want to believe in God, fine. Help yourself, don't believe. It don't matter to me. I've just experienced so many miracles, I tend to believe. But then again, if you haven't experienced any miracles, maybe you haven't experienced any miracles because you don't believe. You ever think of it that way? A lot of bad stuff happened to you? Well, I forget my bad stuff's happened to me because I'm paying for all the dabbling sins of my ancestors. In the Bible, it says you'll pay for your ancestors' sins up until the 4th generation. I'm the 4th generation from my grandfather. I imagine I paid for his sins. Anyways, I'm paying for my own sins too, and I do sin. We're all human. We can't make it in this world without sinning. We can't make it in this world without dying. So if you're out there and you're scared to die, you shouldn't be afraid. Everybody has to die. It's just it. That's the way it is. We all have to die. A lot of us don't want to, but we do have to die. I mean, we're born in this world to die, period. Nothing else. You can't get out of this world alive, period. So if you accept that from the beginning, it's easier. This hair is getting long and dropping in my face. It's easier if you know it and you accept it from the time you're little. It's easier to deal with, when it's time for you to go, like when I got shot. It was easy for me to deal because I had been taught from the time I was little that we are born to die. Thank God my mama had sense enough to teach that. I tried to teach my kids that, but then they grow up and they got kids and they, don't talk about death around my kids. What? Why? We all have to die, huh? Well, they don't want to hear about death. What? But we all have to die. But we just want to protect our kids. Well, you can't protect them from that. It's going to happen sooner or later. And I pray that I don't die, that I die before my kids. I don't think I can handle that. I only have 2. And my sister, she has 6 and she's already lost 2. My other sister has 4 and she's already lost 2. So I pray my kids stay around and at least let me go before they do, Let me just go before they do. I couldn't handle it. I haven't been to a funeral since my sister's funeral, and I didn't handle that very well. I got upset. I moved away. I left without saying I was going to leave. And just turned my phone off and hauled butt back home. And then it wasn't fair to my nephews because they loved the tar out of me and they thought I was going to kill myself and went back up to the graveyard looking for me. I ain't going to do that because it's against my belief. So I don't know why they'd even think that. I mean, I got sense enough to know not to do that. I am going to counseling, though. It was a requirement of my daughter for me to live here. Ain't that pathetic? I think it is. I don't think I need to go to any counseling any worse than she does. Actually, I think she'd benefit from it more than I would. Because I've went to counseling before. And, things that help me, she don't want me to do. I like to sing. She don't want me to sing. I like to dance. She don't want me to dance. But they want me to be happy. But, hey, don't do anything to make you happy, Mommy. We don't like that. Bull crap. That's what I say to them. Bull crap. But I don't have a place to live of my own. I wish I did. Wish I could afford to live by myself, but I can't. And I wish I could. I sure do wish I could. Because it is terrible living with your daughter. Especially when you irritate the dickens out of her. Like when the lady said that it was a good thing in Trump, and I goes, nothing about Trump is good. My daughter got mad because I hit the table. So I left. If they can sit there and say it, well, I'm in their house, so it's best if I just leave, you know. Don't have to be putting my opinions on somebody else. I can come home and rant about it on YouTube. But look how long my hair's grown. Took me 3 years to grow 12 inches. Maybe 2 more years I'll have enough to donate again. A couple more years. If I last that long, who knows? With COVID as bad as it is right now, and people lying about it and don't want to wear a mask and don't want to get vaccinated. I mean, it's stupid, really. Well, you got polio shots, you took the measles shot, and all this other stuff. I mean, what is your freaking problem? And a lot of these people come to this country, it's against my religion. Well, get the hell out of this country then, is the way I look at it. If you don't want to get your vaccination to protect this country from viruses like this one, then get the hell out. Pardon my language, but that's the way I feel about it. If you don't want to participate and get this COVID under control, get the hell out of our country. Now. And that's the way I feel about it. You don't want to wear a mask? I don't care if you are my damn relative. I come around you, I'm going to wear a mask. If it's a problem for you, then to you too. And that's the way I feel about it. I haven't been around my family. I go out every once in a while, just be out and about, but I go early. I wear a mask. I dance when the dance floor is empty. When it starts getting crowded, I haul at home. But I wear a mask on the dance floor while I'm dancing. And it can be done. Now, if you're a performer, you can't very well perform with a mask on. But that's why, if you're a smart performer, you go out there and you get them vaccines and you'll get protected and you wear a mask, you know. Wear a mask. Just freaking wear a mask. Come on. Be nice. Guess I'm ranting again. COVID's got everybody ranting, and it's that blame the Postal Service. My God, what they've done to the Postal Service this last administration, they've screwed it up so freaking bad. You can't even pay your bills on time now, and then you get fined. You get charged your late fee and all this other stuff. I don't think that's right for the credit card companies to charge us when the mail is the problem. I don't think that's right. I don't like these credit card companies like that. I don't. I called Capital One up and I told them, listen, this is me cutting up this card, and I haven't paid them. I'm taking my sweet time because Capital One, Wells Fargo, World Bank, all of them was in on that money laundering, money racketeering for the Republican Party, period. And that's been proven. They've got a bunch of people in jail over it. And World Bank got in all kinds of trouble. Deutsche Bank in Germany got in all kinds of trouble. I don't particularly like banks. And I'm starting to not trust the government very much. I mean, I trust the Democrats a little bit more than I trust the Republicans. But some Democrats, like Manchin, you need to get a life, buddy. You're not a Democrat. You're not even a human being. That's what you're not. If you don't want to give old people some money because, hey, we're hurting out here, and you don't want to give us any money because you're pocketing it all, you freaking dablame coal mining on our butthead. That's the way I feel about you, Mr. Manchin. I don't like you. And you're a Democrat, but I don't like you anyway. I don't like politicians who pocket money instead of putting it to the country. You know, don't build the roads, don't put it into the schools. Kentucky has the worst schools in the history of this state, this United States. The worst schools in Kentucky. And Kentucky, that Senator Lindsey Graham pocketing money left and right in his pockets and keeping money from the Kentucky residents. I cannot believe Kentucky vote that man in. I mean, good Lord, what's the matter with you Kentuckians out there? Get some brains up here, you know. And West Virginia, I always liked West Virginia pretty much until Manchin gets on there and talks and backs the wrong people. I don't particularly like West Virginia right now either. I don't like Virginia right now. A lot of Virginia in the southwestern part of Virginia, they're dumbasses. Pardon my language, but y'all dumbasses. If you don't want to get vaccinated, you don't want to wear a mask, you don't want to, protect other people, you're dumbasses. Pardon my language, pardon my language. Dumb butt. How's that? That's better, right? In my opinion. My opinions don't really count. It makes me feel good to say something, even if I have to delete it afterwards. I'm talking to hear my head rattle right now. But I think I'll post this one. So to all out there, stay away from religion and politics. If you want to have fun this Christmas and these holidays, just walk away from the Republicans. Walk away from the people who support the Republicans. Walk away. Walk away. Walk away. And that's what I do. So, don't like it? You don't have to subscribe to me. You don't like it? You don't have to watch me. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. I don't care. I'd give you a thumbs down if I didn't like you. Trust me, I would. Of course, I don't watch a whole lot of YouTubes. A lot of it's a bunch of nonsense, like mine. But I was pretty good on the radio, though. I was the one and only singing, dancing DJ, Santa Kai. Of course, I got in trouble with the owner because he said I could play anything in there. When I did, it was bad. Well, don't tell somebody to play anything in your radio station if they play something, jump onto them for it. That's just not right. So I got off the air because he told me radio comes before my family. That's not true. You only work for your family, right? So no job should come before your family. Family should be first. And if it can't, see how I'm losing my hair? Look how far back it's going. Dang. Ain't much left back there, is it? I guess we all go bald-headed eventually anyway. Well, enough of this ranting. Now that I'm about cold here, I'm going to have to get up and turn my heater on. Oh, it's on. It's still cold in here, though. Getting cold outside. Ooh, nippy. Tomorrow's Christmas. Or so they say, but it ain't Christ's birthday. But we celebrate Christmas tomorrow. We'll open our presents tomorrow. But it has to be virtual because of COVID. So I'm going to have to leave my phone on tomorrow. My other phone. Not this one. Nobody calls me on this one. Because this is my business phone, I suppose. And the other one's my personal phone. I don't like the other one. It's an iPhone. I don't like iPhones. Pardon me, but I don't. I prefer a Samsung or LG any day. But I can't afford it. So my daughter gave me her old phone. And I don't like Apples. Don't like Apple products. At all. Period. First of all, they don't pay any taxes. I don't like big corporations. Don't want to pay taxes, so I don't like them. Apple products, period. But it is out there. People buy it, but I don't. I did buy an iPad when I bought because it was the thing to do. But now I can't even get the freaking thing unlocked, so it don't do me dabbling very good. So what good are they? They ain't no good if you can't get into them or use them. So screw it. Screw Apple. You hear me, Apple? Screw you. They don't like you. At all. Too bad. Too sad. I won't ever buy an Apple product ever again. I did, and I didn't like it. And I won't no more. Period. If I ever get some money, I'm going to buy me another Samsung. I am going to do that. Yes, I am. Anyways, good night. Good thoughts. Pardon my ranting. I do have a good heart. It's just it gets stumped on quite a bit. Quite a bit. I mean, a lot. So, I love hard and I hurt hard, so I hurt a lot. I do. It is what it is, though. But you know what? I'm so glad. I'm proud of my kids. I raised them by myself. Wasn't easy. All my ex-husband did was try to cause me trouble. That's all he ever did, try to cause me trouble. Try to do anything he could to make my life miserable. I don't know what he got out of it. I don't. I never even bothered to ask him. But that's what he did. And so, good night to all. Peace be unto you always. I know everybody ain't going to get everything they wanted for Christmas tomorrow. And I'm probably not going to get much myself, but that's good. I don't mind. I spent a lot on the wedding we went to in November. So my Christmas wasn't, our Christmases weren't expensive. Anyways, I made mixed pickles for people. I made those so I can give them those for Christmas. That's about all I got. So I got that in my heart. And they have my heart. My family has my heart, all of them. Even the ones that insult me and degrade me and talk about me behind my back. I still love you. I don't like being around you at times, but I still love you. And I think everybody that was involved in the January 6th attack on the Capitol need to be held accountable, even if there are some family members out there, and there probably is. Unfortunately, it wasn't me that wanted to be there. I was not there. I was against it. I called every senator, including my own, that day. And I told them how I felt about it. And the Republicans hung up on me. Manchin hung up on me. Shame on you. Pitiful. Well, anyways, that's the way it is, you see. But I guess they got tired of people calling them. I guess they got so many calls. I know my son called his senator. My daughter called. I don't know if she called her senator. My son wrote a beautiful letter. I want that letter framed. I told him, put that in a frame, give it to me for Christmas. Because he worded it so beautifully. God, he should be president his own self. He'd do a heck of a lot better job than the ones we got and the ones we had. I believe my son would be a better president than the ones we've had, and even the one we got now, Biden. Because, I voted for you, but you ain't doing what's right for the old people. You ain't. Ain't none of yous doing what's right for old people. Stop it already. Stop killing us off. Start sending some money our way. We didn't pay it in all our life. Pay. Tax. Remind me of England when we broke away from them. So, yeah, it is what it is. If I had a lot of money, I'd go buy me a mountain somewhere, and I'd dig me a house inside that mountain with about 3 exits. If somebody came in this way, I could go out that way. If they came in that way, I can go out this way. And go out one way and catch them from behind. That's what I'd like. That's my dream home. I'll never have it because I'm too old and not rich enough. It'd take a lot of money to build a house inside a mountain. But I met somebody in Kentucky, and that's what they did. They said they got so sick of paying such high bills for the electricity every month, and that the winters were so cold, and so they went inside this mountain. I guess it was an old coal mine maybe that they'd emptied out and built a house inside the mountain, but they said it was the warmest house in the wintertime you ever saw. Didn't hardly take nothing to keep it warm. In the summertime, it was the coolest house in the whole neighborhood. You couldn't even see the house. When I dropped them off, I think I gave them a ride there or something. And I dropped them off, and I said, well, where's your house? You can't see it. What do you mean? Where's it at? It's inside the mountain. What? You got a house inside the mountain? Wow, okay, that's cool. And then they were explaining to me why. It's cooler in the summertime and warmer in the wintertime. So my dream house was where I grew up, the oak tree. I wanted a house in the oak tree house. And I wanted it to go bridge across into the mountain. And then the house inside the mountain would have 2 doors. They have a cabin on the outside, and then go down into the basement, and then there's a whole another house inside the mountain. And that's my dream home, but that won't happen. Won't happen. Somebody ought to build it, though. My allergies are heating up. Gotta go. Peace, love, harmony.